$200 a month. That's what OpenAI wants for ChatGPT Pro. 10 times more than the Plus subscription most of us are already paying for. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I subscribed for 3 months, tracked every feature, and ran the actual numbers on who benefits. The answer isn't what OpenAI's marketing suggests, and it's probably not what you're expecting either. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people paying for Pro are paying for features they'll never actually use, not because the features aren't impressive, they are, but because the gap between what Pro offers and what Plus provides is narrower than that price difference suggests. Let me show you exactly what I mean. By the end of this episode, you'll know, with actual dollar amounts, whether Pro makes sense for your workflow. Let's start with what you actually get. ChatGPT Pro includes 4 headline features that Plus users don't have, or have very limited access to. First, Operator. This is OpenAI's autonomous browsing agent. You give it a task, book a flight, fill out a form, research competitors, and it actually does it. Not just searching and summarizing. Actually navigating websites, clicking buttons, entering data. It launched January 2025 as a Pro exclusive. Second, Deep Research. This generates multi-hour research reports. We're talking 20, 30 pages with citations. It browses the web, synthesizes sources, and builds comprehensive analysis. Third, O1 Pro Mode. This is OpenAI's advanced reasoning model, designed specifically for what they call PhD-level work. Scientific research, financial modeling, complex coding. Fourth, Sora. OpenAI's video generation tool. You describe a scene, it creates video. Pro users get priority access and longer generation times. Now here's where it gets interesting. Plus users, that's the $20 tier, actually have limited access to deep research. You can try it just with caps. That matters, because if you're not sure whether deep research would change your workflow, you can actually test it before committing to the 10 times more expensive tier. Here's the math that matters. ChatGPT Plus has a context window of about 25,000 words. Pro gives you around 100,000 words. 4 times bigger. Sounds impressive, right? But here's the context, and I mean that literally. Claude offers up to 1 million tokens. Gemini Pro has 1.5 million. So if your main reason for considering Pro is context window size, you might want to look at competitors first. Claude's free tier has a larger window than ChatGPT Plus. But let's be fair to Pro. Context window isn't everything. What about that GPT 5.4 model that rolled out in March 2026? That model is genuinely impressive. It scored 75% on the OS World benchmark. That's above the human baseline of 72.4%. It now has a million token context window. Pro also doubles your usage limits compared to Plus and gives you priority speed execution. When the servers are busy, Pro users jump the queue. So here's the real question. Is doubling your limits and getting faster responses worth an extra $180 per month? For most people, it's not. Here's what Zapier concluded after their testing. ChatGPT Pro probably isn't worth it for most users. You can likely get by with Plus for $20 a month. They added something important. If you're not doing PhD-level work, Pro is overkill. That's not my opinion. That's their analysis after extensive testing. But wait, let's talk about the people for whom Pro actually makes sense, because they do exist. And if you're one of them, this subscription could pay for itself in hours. AppWRK put it this way: if you rely on ChatGPT professionally and regularly run into rate limits, ChatGPT Pro may be a solid investment. There's the key phrase, regularly run into rate limits. Not occasionally. Not once a week. Regularly. Multiple times per day, most days. Global GPT's analysis was even more direct. The vast majority of users will never come close to needing what Pro offers beyond Plus. They continued, if you occasionally need a burst of extra capacity, buying credits is nearly always cheaper than jumping tiers. That's the math most people miss. Let me make that concrete. Say you're on Plus and once a month you have a heavy research day where you benefit from Pro features. $200 a month for that one day? Or you could buy API credits when you need them. The API gives you the same models, same capabilities, pay-as-you-go pricing. For occasional heavy users, the math almost always favors credits over subscription. But, and this is important, there's a threshold where that flips. If you're using ChatGPT heavily enough that API costs would exceed $200 per month, Pro becomes the better deal. That's roughly where the break-even point sits. So let's talk about who actually hits that threshold. There are 4 user profiles that consistently benefit from Pro. I'll walk through each one. Profile 1. Researchers processing large document sets daily. I'm talking academics reviewing hundreds of papers, legal teams doing discovery, analysts synthesizing market reports. These users need the extended context window. They need deep research running multiple parallel investigations. The 100,000-word context saves them hours of chunking documents manually. Profile 2. Developers building complex applications with AI assistance. Not casual coders. People writing production systems where O1 Pro Mode's advanced reasoning catches subtle bugs. Profile 3. Content operations teams producing volume. Marketing agencies, media companies, anyone generating dozens of pieces per day who can't afford slowdowns from rate limits. Profile 4. Entrepreneurs who need operators' autonomous capabilities frequently. Think people who spend hours per week on repetitive web tasks that operator can handle in minutes. If you don't see yourself in those 4 profiles, you probably don't need Pro. And that's okay. Plus is an excellent product for its price. The Medium reviewer who tested Pro for months put it bluntly, the context window alone isn't worth $200 a month when Claude and Gemini have absolutely massive context windows. So here's my recommendation. Start by calculating your actual usage. Not what you imagine you'd use, what you actually use today. Check your ChatGPT history. If you're not hitting plus rate limits multiple times per week, you probably don't need Pro. That's the simplest litmus test. Are you constantly waiting for limits to reset? Next, consider feature-specific alternatives. Need longer context windows? Claude's free tier might actually serve you better than ChatGPT Plus, and certainly better than paying $200. Try deep research on Plus first. You get limited access, enough to test whether it would genuinely transform your work. Don't upgrade based on marketing. Upgrade based on experience. If you think you need operators' autonomous capabilities, ask yourself how often. Once a month? Buying credits makes more sense. Every day? Then Pro might pay for itself. Here's the decision framework I'd suggest. If your API cost would exceed $200 monthly, subscribe to Pro. Otherwise, stick with Plus and buy credits as needed. And if you're finding this kind of breakdown helpful, the honest math instead of just marketing talking points, consider subscribing to the channel. We do this every week. Now let me address the elephant in the room. OpenAI's pricing strategy. Why does Pro cost 10 times more than Plus? Some critics argue OpenAI is charging premium prices for features that competitors include at lower tiers. And they have a point. Claude's context window, Gemini's multimodal capabilities. But supporters counter that operator and deep research are genuinely unique. No competitor offers the same autonomous browsing agent or multi-hour research synthesis. The deeper question, is this about capturing value from power users or subsidizing the infrastructure costs of running the most advanced models? Probably both. What matters for your decision isn't OpenAI's margins. It's whether the features justify the cost for your specific workflow. And for most workflows, they don't. The numbers don't lie. At $200 monthly, Pro costs $2,400 per year. That's enough for a high-end laptop, or 12 months of Plus. For most professionals, that Plus subscription plus smart use of the API delivers 90% of the value at 20% of the cost. This week, I want you to do one thing. Check your ChatGPT usage stats. Look at how many messages you've sent in the past month. Track when you hit limits. If you're nowhere near the limits, and most people aren't, you just saved yourself $180 a month. Put that toward literally anything else. And if you are hitting limits constantly, if deep research would genuinely transform your productivity, then Pro might be the right call. Just go in with clear expectations. That's the honest breakdown on ChatGPT Pro. $200 buys you powerful features, but features most users will never fully utilize. Know your usage. Test the features on Plus first. Do the math on credits versus subscription. And don't let FOMO drive a $2,000 annual decision. The best AI subscription is the one that matches your actual workflow, not the one with the most impressive marketing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.